That nigga was upset as hell.
Was he?
Man, he was
Was he?
desperate. He was desperate at that point. He had went. I feel like this was like his character was like an amalgamation. Is that a word? Amalgamation.
It sounds like it should be. Sometimes people.
Accumulation. An accumulation. Let's use that instead. An
That's really a
accumulation.
word. That's for sure a
An
word.
accumulation of every character he's ever played. Um, at some point. At some point, which whether that's good or bad, we gonna get into that.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast. We discuss movies and TV shows, old and new. I am one of your hosts. I am Jazz.
And I'm Jason.
And welcome. We are here for episode 172. We are doing the latest from Denzel and Spike Lee. Highest to lowest. Chill. But first I want to say, let you guys know, next week we have for episode 173, we are doing Alien Earth. And last week for 171, we reviewed Remember the Titans, which is a Denzel classic. And we are going to get into it, whether this movie will be considered a Denzel classic. I guess you'll have to wait and see. I definitely want to give a shout out because we were recently on episode 169 of Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends. I brought my Bible, and Jason, he got called out for sleeping on the pod by one of their listeners. Yo, it's crazy.
Wait, what?
Yeah. they had a listener write in for episode 170, and they was just like, yo, Jason was asleep.
Who did? Well, it wasn't
crazy when you get.
Wait, who was it?
Crazy
Brianni?
when you get called out. Oh, you dropping names. Britt Jr. I don't remember who it was. But yeah, they read that listener, but I was like, damn.
I'm this is the new episode that just dropped.
It dropped today.
Yeah. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm behind. I was okay. I gotta listen to it. Who disrespected me? Let me find out.
They said you like you was nodding off a little bit.
Also, Sean, LLBR podcast, it is back. I was able to special guest on that. Of course, in between me and him, it was real toxic, but it was a good conversation. We got to talk about dating as a father and the way things have changed and what we want, what we see, and how that's gone. So I think that was a real good conversation. It should be out now, but I know just all depends on his schedule and how that goes. But whenever that drops, I'll be sure to drop the links and get y'all to his page.
I'll be sure to bring my Bible when I press play, because I'm sure it's going to be wild. But yes, let's get into this latest Spike Lee and Denzel joint. The last time these two had a movie together was Inside Man, which dropped in 2006. Now, I will say this movie was not written by Spike Lee. It was just directed by him, but Inside Man was also just directed by Spike Lee. It was not written by him. Yes. Highest to Lowest was not written by Spike Lee. He was just the director. But I will say, when you see Spike Lee and Denzel's name on anything, it's like an automatic, in my opinion. I don't need to see a trailer. I don't need to see anything about it. Their track record has been very good. So it's just, I would say they are an actor and director elite combination. Now, Jason, let me ask you, going into this movie, did you have any expectations? And if so, were those expectations met?
So I did have an expectation. I don't know what that expectation was of it. I just know I'm getting Spike, I'm getting Denzel, and I sort of look at it kind of like I did the Five Bloods. It's like Denzel is not Denzel, but Spike is creating or doing a movie during during a time like years after his prime. So that's not to say that's not necessarily a bad thing because and when it comes to creating a film, you can hit, you can miss, and like you said, he didn't write this, so I have to give grace in that. So I was going to say this is a beautiful film. I feel like the visuals, the cinematography, and things like that, I enjoyed a lot. The script, in your words, not so much. I wasn't a big fan of the script. Some of the stuff they were saying, but then it was like, this. I know some of the stuff I was like, oh, that's just Spike, dropping his, his little tidbits, throughout the movie, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if it worked in that. In certain things, there were some things that I enjoyed. There were some things I didn't. Um, so sorta, but not really. Because when you got Spike, you got Denzel, you already setting the bar high.
Yeah.
So not going to a movie with them, So was this film good? We'll get to that later. But this is the worst of their films. What about you?
Coming out blazing. I mean, hypothetically, you kind of said it in the Remember the Titans episode, and I was shocked when you said that, and I was just like, no. And then I saw it, and I said, yeah, Jason was right. I hated that you was right in that instance, but I said, come on, man. I couldn't even get my words. But going into this, my expectations were high because it's Denzel and Spike. And the fact that we got a movie from Ryan Coogler at the beginning of the year, then you have another movie with these two attached to it, and then we have him, even though it's not directed by Jordan Peele, he was executive producer on that. So I'm just like, three of my some of my favorite black male directors have projects coming out this year. I'm like, oh yeah, we about to get it in. And then I saw, and I was just like, what am I watching? I'm with you. The story, well, you said the script. You weren't too much a fan of the script. I was not a fan of the story, wasn't a fan of the script either. And the score really threw me off. And I know that you're big into that. So I was definitely going to get your thoughts because at the beginning of this movie, you have the beautiful scenes of New York because Spike is going to always show love to New York. Like, never fails, always shows love to the city. But that music, now, Jason, I'm like, what the
It
hell is
is a
this?
beautiful morning.
I was, I was like, all right. I wasn't sure of what the tone was supposed to be throughout this movie. It just seemed like it was kind of all over the place, in my opinion. But
You often talk about thrills and chills.
you know what?
I wasn't
That's
thr I wasn't too thrilled. Like that it was so you bring up a great point about the tone of the film. It kind of it if they would have stuck to a tone, I think if they just would have picked the tone in this movie, it would have made it something. It's like they kept going, in between, and like you said, the musical score, like I just didn't. It's like there was like the way they weave the music in the conversations that they were having. It's like, like should I grab her hand and like do some plies, or like should I like be feel serious because this is a serious conversation? Like where are we going with this? But it's the same music, whether he was talking to his wife or to his kid or to Paul or to Young Felon. Like it's like the music shouldn't be the same every time.
yeah. I was like, what? And it also kind of shows you the importance of music in movies because I feel like that's something we kind of forget because normally when you're watching a movie, they throw some music in there and you just like, okay, it's vibing with what's going on to where you just kind of, well, I mean, I say everybody. Sometimes I kind of forget. I'm like, okay, like this, they did that right. That's meant to be there. But then I'm like, in this, I'm just like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel right now because why are we listening to this song and the kidnappers are calling? so you can get your godson back. I'm like, I'm moving too upbeat. This I feel like I'm supposed to be in like a thriller type of vibe, and y'all got me feeling like I'm in a rom com off of Tubi. So yeah, I was a bit confused. Did you know this was a remake? Even though I think Spike said this was a reimagined version. Now I might be definitely paraphrasing, but you did know this was a remake?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, essentially the same thing. It's a reimagining of I think it's called the Highs to Low, I believe.
Hot to low, yeah,
I think it's a
or something like
Japanese.
that.
It's like a Japanese film.
I
Uh,
tried to watch it and no English subtitles. Or no, it was English subtitles, but I was like, I ain't got no English audio. I ain't no dub. It was in black and white, and it was 2.5 hours long.
and
It is
that's
currently streaming on HBO Max. So
and,
for anybody who wants to check it out,
and
let me
Ant
know
wa-
how it is.
and Ant wanted you to watch that.
Yeah, nah. Cause I was just like, I tried. I got 5 minutes in, and I was just like, I'm gonna be asleep. Out 2.5 hours.
Yeah, nah. Mm.
But what did you think about King? Was it King James or King
David,
Arthur?
King
King,
David.
neither. Oh, there's a lot of kings
Yeah.
out there. King David.
Mm-hmm. You've been reading that Bible,
What do
I
you think about
see.
his character? I mean, it's been reading me. Somebody getting read.
um, you know, he's a father. He's a husband. Um, he definitely seems to put his work before everything else, which in the music industry, that's probably going to happen if you want to be successful. You like having those things that kind of get on the back burner because you're gotta have your ears open. You're trying to do different things, and he's in over his head. He's drowning when we meet him. You kind of see he's has a lot going on because his wife is trying to put money into the arts, into the black foundations, and he's like, let's hold off on that. He trying to give his son a lesson about, being responsible and what go too far?
I was gonna no, I was gonna say don't spend too much time on your phone because
Oh
you
yeah,
spending
no,
hours in your phone. But
yeah,
his son is trying to be an influencer.
he's trying to be an influencer. He's also, trying to take up his dad legacy, which it kind of gave me that Jay Prince. Yeah, I think everybody knows who Jay Prince. A big I guess a music mogul or whatever you want to say in Houston. But his son, Jazz Prince, is the one that found Drake and sent him to his dad, which is that's how Drake became who Drake is today. So you got people that's like that, and he's finding different artists, and he's the one that he put I think Soul in there. He put Young Felon in front of him. He's been finding different things, just basically like an A&R. He's like, hey, I'm scouting new talent. Here you go, dad. You just gotta listen to it. His dad is so far gone, he's not even listening to music no more. He's gotten so far away from it. But all in all, David seemed like he was a good guy. He's just in over his head, and he kind of says it like he's forgetting like all the family stuff. He's just like, nah, once I get out this situation, then I do it. It's like, bro, this is how you get out of it though. Like these are the people right here that you can put money behind.
Yeah. And I think it's also important, like the exchange that he had it with his wife at the beginning, because she was just like, when he was talking about buying the label or buying the other chairman's shares, she asked him, she was just like, do you still have love for the music? And he kind of seemed aback when she asked that. But when I watched this on my rewatch, because even though I didn't have a good time doing a rewatch, but I said, let me look at it with fresh, repeated eyes. But that exchange to me just made me think how sometimes you can get lost in the business of something that you're doing, especially when you got there with the love first, to where you can start doing something that you love. It's not about the money, and then it becomes successful, it blows up, and then all that extra stuff comes into it, the politics of it all. And you kind of fade the love that you had for it and the passion kind of fades, And so I thought that exchange was very important because, I mean, I don't think it doesn't just have to be for music, but I guess for anything that people do, it's just don't ever lose that love and joy that you had for something that you're doing because all of the complicated stuff came with it. Because that's why one of my favorite scenes from this movie is the last scene of the movie, is when he was talking to that singer. And he
So
was just like, yes, like that monologue he gave her, it gave me chills both times I watched it.
you felt
And I was like,
something.
I did. I felt like he was talking to me a little bit. It's just like, is you ready for this, this, this? And I was just like, oh, Denzel. I mean, I don't know. It's
I'm
kind of
not gonna.
scared.
I like the conversation he had with Young Felon when he was in jail too, though. That was a. I feel like that was a good conversation,
He
and
young fella. I'm
it's
sorry to cut you off.
you
He
got
was
it.
trying to tap into his Frank, his
Lucas
no Franklin Saint
Frank.
scene.
Yes, I said that too. I said that's the only reason it doesn't hit as much as it could because if you think about Snowfall, it's like dog.
Yeah,
You may not want to do any more like behind the wall scenes because Nick, that nigga went off. Like that's kind of hard to replicate. But I felt as if this movie was super relevant to how today was with the kids because streaming is a huge thing. Um, Music and just you have people that stream that's doing anything not well yes no they're doing anything to get recognized anything to get known and it's kind of funny how the highest it's called the highest to lowest but how these people was at their highest they went to the highs and lows went like this and the energy transfer between the two which I mean, possibly something possibly could have worked, but it was interesting to see how they got to the end. But yeah,
that's uh that scene with young. What was
Young Felon,
young fella.
we can call him ASAP Rocky.
Yeah,
It's okay.
ASAP. Yeah, ASAP. Yeah, that scene. I was just like, you got some fucking nerve.
Bruh,
So you mean to tell me you ain't had me go through all of this? I'm over here about to fall off a train with a bag of money. I'm doing all of this, and you talking about you should sign me to your label. I'm the hottest thing out. But I do love how in that moment he was just like, I'm not doing this for all of that fame. I'm looking for quality over anything else. So Spike, they have some very good messages in this, but
yeah.
it's just
The conversation he had with Rocky at the end, it was almost like a mirror conversation that he was having with his homeboy. I think I think his name was Franklin. The guy from I think his name Brother Muzan. I think his
you
name.
talking about Paul?
No. His name Brother Muzan from The Wire.
Oh shit. The one that was with Omar. That
Yeah.
shot Omar and then they end up ganging up on Stringer Bell. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert for anybody who hasn't seen The Wire.
Yeah. I think his name.
Yes.
Yeah, so okay, so
Oh, I don't
him
remember his name.
okay, so
He was a killer
him
though.
so when he spoke to him in the beginning because he was trying to buy his shares
Yes.
from the company, he told him he was like, "It's business." He said this is music. Business is yeah. You forgetting the business part of it. He was like, no, it's not about that. He said we can't just put all our money into we can't just be about the money. It has to be about the quality, the things like we put our heart and soul into this. You're gonna make it for you're gonna give it all to the AI. Everything can be AI, and that's kind of what Young Felon kind of represented. Unfortunately, the person that's willing to do or give or sacrifice anything for, unfortunately, his passion. It was his passion. He was doing it, and I feel like it's. He also spoke about which is I'm kind of I can talk about this movie forever. How I feel like in there because there's some. It's a lot of. It's like it's. You ever had like seen a recipe? You ever seen a recipe? Put it together. You going through like okay, this smell good. This look good. I like that. I like that. I feel it. Let me taste and it's like damn. Something is missing from this. This is what this movie felt like for me. It's like it had all the pieces. It had the stars. you got the director. Like I said, I don't hate the story. I just don't like how the story was told. If just like you kind of change, you tweak a few things in there, or if you give somebody like you give shit, I don't know. Spike could have possibly went through the story and fucking punched it up, or they could have somebody punch it up a little bit, and you'd be like, ah, hell yeah, it was almost there for
I
me.
I think the things that were missing from this were so noticeable to where it kind of made the movie rocky to enjoy. And
I
like
get it.
the key things to me was missing is you didn't really have any stakes because you immediately switched it. You know, at first I said, "Oh, this nigga gonna really let that kid die, so he ain't got to spend that money." I was like, that's kind of a dark turn, but okay, let's see how we go with it. But in that moment, I said, I don't see Spike and Denzel giving me that in this movie. If Spike name wasn't attached, I can see them probably going those distances with Denzel, but I don't see Spike like, nah, I ain't gonna have Denzel be that trash ass nigga. And then you had a few chase scenes, but then also when you found out who it was, I was looking for a twist as well.
That was the pro. That was the
The
second problem in it.
you needed a twist. You got rude cops in this for no reason outside of them being rude cops. The cops working with ASAP would have been a really good twist on, and it being his homeboy who he was about to sell his shares to. Like I'm
That's who
like
I want. That's
something.
I wanted it to be the music industry trying to take it from him type
Yeah,
of situation, or because like I said, you I mean you had so many different things for it to be the person you kind of expected it to be, because you had Paul, he had a lot of motive. You had the record label, they had a lot of motive. You had the cops, had a lot of motive. And that I guess that was just more so to show you the different, I guess the class in the movie between
like
them,
like
between how
yeah.
Paul being just a worker as opposed to David being
I
somebody
see what you're saying.
um
In high position,
well
successful.
renowned, everything, because it even shows in between how they treated Trey versus how they treated Kyle.
Yeah, that's true. Cause they was just like, y'all let Trey get a nap in. But Kyle over here got a busted eye. Like he got his ass beat. He can't even get no jello. Like, nah, that definitely makes sense because they were rude to Paul from jump.
Yeah, don't I know you? What difference do it make if you do? Who
Like
cares?
their exchanges didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, do y'all know each other? Like, are you just got them because they were rude to each other throughout the movie to where it just didn't pay off. Like if you bump into somebody and they rude to you, you never see him again in the movie. That's completely fine. But he was helping you find your kid, but he was rude to you. Like I don't know. But yeah, like rewatching this, I said there were some areas of throw that go ahead, throw that little that conflict in there, that twist to where at the end we like, oh shit.
Because
It
if you at least have the twist, I think it jumps up at least a point or 2 points for me within the movie, because it's like everything is like, oh, he just like, so it's just that straightforward with this film.
did
Is
this happen in like a weekend? Was this like a over a 3-4 day period?
it seemed like it. It seemed like it. And then like I said, within it, you start looking at his value went up because of all of this.
Conflict. Like people love a tragic story,
They do.
and it's crazy. But what did you think about the chemistry between King Arthur and his wife?
King Arthur, King David.
Damn. Let me call that man Denzel.
Um, he was selfish, but he was like that. You talking about the one where he's gonna stay in the music industry after saying he was gonna get rid of it?
Just the chemistry between those two characters, because to me it kind of felt forced.
I didn't. I don't.
Because I was like,
have I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I can't recall a movie that I
This-
like Denzel in like a relationship. Like
What? Him and Sanaa Lathan. I mean, it was toxic, but it was cute.
at a time.
Yep. Him and Paula Patton, even though I know you don't like her, but Deja Vu, it was cute. He was saving her and stuff.
I don't know, man. I can't recall a Denzel movie where I'm just like,
Him and Viola didn't work out.
nah, that was toxic, nigga. That was toxic. I'm over here thinking about Vanessa Wood because I'm gonna take because typically his wife kind of take a back seat to him, so they're not really that important in the
Mm.
films that I see with him. It's just like you mentioned a couple like I said, and it's just like I mean I guess
What about American Gangster? No, I guess she was. She was. I mean, in Flight, his side hoe was kind of the forefront. I
she
mean,
died.
but she was still there because he didn't lie on her. I would
I,
have said it's not going to affect her.
I
Yeah,
don't
that was all her
I,
booze.
I don't know her. I don't know that woman.
Oh, and Inside Man, his wife was the actress that's in the show, your show, the Fresh Prince remake, Bel Air.
Cassandra?
Aunt Viv. Oh, well, I don't know her real name.
Yeah, okay. Okay. But see, I don't know, man. Oh, see, on the one that really sticks
John Q.
that's what I'm finna say. It's Kimberly Elise. Now, is it Kimberly
Yeah.
Elise? Yeah, she the one that kind of sticks out in that. But I mean I mean I get you know I you know I don't
I
know.
don't I don't remember his wife in Philadelphia, but he definitely had one.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if the chemistry between them. I don't think it was okay. It wasn't, something that I'm just like, man. It wasn't forever. It wasn't Justin, Mama and Daddy.
No, of course
It,
not.
it wasn't like that was a relationship. Like some of them, like because I don't when I look at stuff like that, I'm looking at like, dang, this is something I have to want it for me to care about it. I didn't want that.
That wasn't goals.
That house though.
Oh no, that
God
shit was
damn,
fire.
that penthouse is fire. I was like, bro, I wonder how much that shit costs.
Man.
Think like a
But
million a month.
downtown New York, probably not a million, but close. Maybe a half a mil. But if you spending that much a month, nah. And you can't even come up with 17 million, I can see why his son lashed out.
Man, his son lost it. I would have died. He would have died. It would have been two investigations.
It would have been, but I mean, I understand why he lashed out. Like his homeboy is
Bro, no, no, no,
geeked
no, no,
up.
no, 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 nigga. Like I would have told him and Paul, you bitch niggas, go get 17 million. No, get
So
17.5 and bring it to me, and then we can go get that boy.
so wait. All right.
Jeezy, Mr.
If you
17.5. You go
if you
get it.
was in Denzel's position, you'd have been like, look, just because y'all kidnapped the wrong kid, don't mean I'm about to pay the bond for that kid. And that's your godson. This ain't no random kid. This your godson.
Jazz, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
So wait.
I need two
You
or three
willing to
days.
stay in the daggone zombie apocalypse for somebody you know for 2 years, but you gonna let your godson die, who you saw get born into this world, who's 17 years old?
Jazz, imagine this. You got $20 million.
I mean, I ain't got it.
You got you got $20 million to your name. And 17 has to be given to save that nigga's kid.
Yo, but that nigga keeping me alive. Like, that's my godson.
But is he though?
Yeah, well, shit.
That nigga late. He late on the job. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, one late day in New York. Now my son gotta die. That's crazy. But nah, it is a hard decision to make. And I think it's funny. His wife was like, "You got to do what's best for us." Like she didn't even look at him with judgment. Like, honey, we need to do the right thing. She said, "I mean, I think they'll understand." Yo, and then he was like, "Well, if we don't pay, but we still gonna pay for the label." And it was just like, oh, they will cancel you if you do that. But I'm just like, outside of being canceled, that's a really shitty turn of events to happen. for you to like, I'm not gonna pay the 17.5 for my godson, but I'm about to pay this 17 for my label so we can keep the culture pushing new artists. And we'll have one of the artists drop an album named after my godson that got killed. Yo, can you imagine seeing Twitter would be crazy that day if some shit like that were to ever happen?
But who would I mean, shit, after we seen that every one of Young Thug calls has been leaked, I was gonna say who would leak that information? It would be in between the cops, his son,
Yo, his
Paul. It
his
was
son
he.
got it in the drafts. His son will be ready to snitch. Yo, I was trying to tell my dad to save him, but he said no. And I didn't have the 17.5.
It's the
Start a GoFundMe or something, my nigga. Like,
but as the I mean I can't so as Trey, would you have understood your parents if it was like, man, we just ain't got it right now. We got all these different things are happening. It
yo,
was like you was gonna do it for me. You came from my balls, bro. Like you came from your mama. I watched your mama push you out. That's one thing, but that's your nigga. Like you can get it. You got no more. You got no more niggas.
all
Like
right, so let's be honest. Trey and Kyle, them niggas look like siblings. So, and Paul was real close to Denzel's character.
hmm
But I mean, I would be hurt. I'd be like, what we gotta do? Do I need to get a job? Do I need to start a GoFundMe? I'm gonna try to see what I can do to help so my friend is not murdered for real.
And then so David not wanting to pay, then you can imagine getting killed on Twitter and they haven't donated no money.
You mean Twitter ain't donating no money, but they killed him?
Yeah.
Twitter kills people for no reason at all. Like,
I'm just saying his son over here talking about they gonna kill us on the internet, bro. I don't give a fuck about that. Them niggas ain't paying. They not paying for nothing.
yeah, oh no, I wouldn't be worried about nothing like that if you was in the midst of all of that. What people saying online, like his dad was trying to think of their future and he knew he had a problem. I kind of wish he didn't agree to it so fast. But I did think it was funny when the cops came and he was just like, can you at least tell them you gonna pay? And he couldn't even do that. He
That's
was
what
just
I'm
sitting
gonna
there
say.
like,
How they gonna get it? They're gonna tell him to lie about it. Like you just lie a little bit. It'll give us a fighting chance.
so the cops were really terrible because they over here trying to track a what a
Night Jordan backpack.
no, the phone. The kind of like it was a non-traceable phone. So it was like, oh, sorry, we can't trace it.
Yeah, that was a lot of stuff in there was like it felt like that was holding my hand. That's another thing within this movie.
Mm,
Because
I know where you're going.
what was the so it
The,
wasn't an Amber Alert, but it
the
was
ebony alert.
the Ebony Alert. It's not legal in it's not legal in New York yet. I hadn't even heard of an Ebony Alert.
So it's new.
Okay.
I think I've heard of it during my probably some of my crime podcasts because it's normally named after a child who went missing and then was never found or sadly taken from this earth. Just like Amber, the Amber Alert. I think the Amber Alert started with a kid from Florida. But no, I completely agree with you. I was just like, okay, dropping them facts. I liked it, but it felt like it was forced in that moment, even though it made sense in the conversation. But I think it's just how she delivered it to where I was just like,
She
okay.
she was like, the Amber Alert. Look, the Ebony is here. It's here. I'm like, what?
Yeah. And now it was funny when it was just like the white cop said, shit got real. And it was a picture of the headband. I'm like, what is this? Like, I just Spike, you know your quality. You know what you're doing. Come on now.
Yeah,
A headband?
bro. When I say the fact that I put this movie together within the first 15 minutes, I was like, oh shit. They finna kidnap the son. Oh, they're gonna kidnap the wrong son because he just took the headband. Like,
Damn, you was better than me because I'm watching. I'm like, I didn't know. I so I don't remember watching the trailer. I know that I did, but I don't remember what the trailer was about. So I was just like, niggas getting kidnapped. Like that's what I tweeted. I said, what is going on? I was so confused. I was like, oh, but again, the tone made no sense with the situation. Why am I getting upbeat music when y'all supposed to be crying that your son got kidnapped?
mm, mm,
And it was by your biggest fan. Like,
but that's what I'm saying,
no,
and that's what I'm. He just randomly now he gonna play this playlist. He's walking through the city, and he was like, "Wait, that sound like the shit that the other back from the front to the back, 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 back." I think this is what he was saying. He got the
is this the
sharpest.
robber? Damn. Like, this is the kidnapper. Okay.
Pussy. Oh, okay, yeah, this it. This him. I
Because me,
know.
I liked that last week.
I got the best ears in the game. I got the best ears. Okay.
The cops was like, yeah, whatever. It was crazy. That was a very good lead. The fact that they didn't even consider following up is crazy. This man been getting cussed out by this dude for the past 24 hours. The little boy was like, it was music playing, and then he was singing it. The cops like, shut that shit up. What else you see? Like what?
Shut up, little nigga. Shut up, little nigga. Go to sleep, nigga. Like,
He was trying, but they kept asking him questions. Yo, I hated these cops because they were all stupid.
bro, the whole thing he had told him, what did he tell Paul? He said, "You need something. You a pain in my butt, bruh.
Oh God, that exchange was
You a
terrible.
pain.
We in the hospital, so they got some ointment for that. I'm like, y'all really talking about y'all asses right now?
I don't need
We
no
need to
pepper. I don't need no preparation H. Come
y'all. They really wasted Jeffrey Wright in this. When
This
you
is
look at it, you
this
like,
this this is the American fiction character that he was writing about in that book.
his name was Arthur over there. I think. I don't know. He would be so ashamed. But can you imagine being his character, Paul's character, your homeboy that you've been working with? All you got left is your son. Your wife is already gone. And you like, I'm gonna pay you back. He said, yo, anytime your friend tell you how you gonna pay them back, my nigga, you the broke friend. Because that is a crazy question to ask. Like, how the hell you gonna pay me all that money back? I mean, he don't know, but he thinking about his son.
He
But
said,
I was just
"Hey,
like,
I'm not asking you for anything, but I'm asking you for everything, man. What you? Why you go? You see, I'm just sick of this. Everybody giving me stuff and they stack it on top." I said, "Damn, Denzel, you fucked up." That nigga said, I just want my label, man. Oh, fuck these kids. Like,
that's what it
damn.
was. That's what it was. He did not care about Trey. He said, you gonna find that 15 or that 17. Like, that's so crazy. And Paul stayed there all night. So, Jason, your homeboy who got the money but don't want to help your son out, who you work for, is like, I can't save your son. He just gonna have to be gone. Is you working the rest of your shift?
You gonna clock out?
I mean, it's time to go.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah, I
I gotta
probably.
go mourn, like something, because
I gotta go more. Man, I think so. Do you think they stay? You think they stayed in the penthouse too?
he did have a room.
Okay.
He did have a room, but I guess he couldn't go home. That was his home, and it was a nice home, so I would have stayed
Man,
too.
I would have been on the balcony looking out there like, man.
I would have went to my room. My son about to die because ain't nobody got 17.5 to give up. Because he was just like the cops said they could track the money. Would you have trusted the cops to track your money?
No, no. Just based on how they were handling everything, nah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. Mm-mm.
What you think about the cameos? Because you got Rick Fox, who always play himself in everything he in, and then you got Ice Spice.
Ice Spice. Great, great, amazing. Put her in something else. Give her a
Two
leading role.
seconds. Stop it. Stop it.
Give her a leading role. Yes, Mr. David. Listen, Mr. King. Call me David. Yes, David. I was like, yes.
I'm gonna hold you to that. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That was cool. And then you got the one guy uh in the train who
Yeah.
the Celtics Boston was it Boston pulled the brakes.
Yo. Yo. There's nobody from Boston on that train. Y'all are going crazy.
Anthony Ramos.
Yes.
Um
The
damn.
actress that was in Do the Right Thing.
White Man Can't Jump as well.
Yes.
Rosie Perez.
Yes.
That was super dope as well. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the cameos that they got in here. This was definitely a New York enriched film.
For sure.
They made sure they showed you all of the different scenes and scenery in New York. So yeah, it's super dope.
Yeah. And because they had the Puerto Rican festival happening at the same time. So I definitely
Hmm.
love the shots that he was getting with that, just to show different cultures and
Yeah.
what New York is able to provide. So he definitely did a good job with that. But one thing I did not like about the editing in this, and it irritated the shit out of me because it happened so many times, when he would have two characters engaging, whether they're dapping each other up, they would dap each other up, the scene would turn to a different angle, and they would do it again. So we're seeing the same thing, but from a different angle. It
Hmm.
happened so many times, and I said, Spike, you got to stop. Because I know you did this because you were the director. What the fuck is this? Because like when Denzel walked in to dap up Rick Fox, he was like, "What's going on, coach?" Boom, different angle. "What's going on, coach?" I'm like, "What? Why are we doing this? Like, what? Like, stop!" It happened through the whole time. It was driving me crazy. I I absolutely hated it. But
Yeah, there was a few abrupt scenes like that because I think they did the handshake between the two kids, with Trey and his friend too.
they did it a lot. I was just like, stop, my nigga, stop. Let me ask you this. Can you see another actor playing King David's role? Or does this seem like it was just a perfect fit for Denzel?
Um, it's a cop out, but uh, I could have seen what's the magazine dream? Jonathan Major. Jonathan Majors in that role. I could have seen that.
Hmm,
Hmm. Hmm.
it's interesting.
Nah, I can't. I was gonna say Aldous Hodge, but no, I couldn't see him in that role.
Mm,
Maybe he could have been Paul.
mm, mm. What if he was Paul? Would that mean Denzel's character would need to be somebody as tall?
I would have made it Jonathan Majors.
Is he tall?
I think I think he's taller than Denzel. He's taller than Denzel.
I don't know why. He for some reason gives me 5'8" vibes. I don't know why. And that's not a dig at him. He just seems like he's 5'8".
I think it like 6'1", 6'2". Let's
Oh,
see.
damn. That's interesting. But I was thinking either Lorenz Tate in that King Arthur
Hmm.
role,
I
King
can see that.
David,
I can see that.
Lorenz Tate, or Idris Elba, or oh, I had another one.
He's 6 feet.
Oh, okay. I feel like I had somebody else. Oh, Delroy Lindo,
As who?
Denzel's character.
Okay, I like that too. If you're going with somebody older, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I would have
yeah.
got rid of that chase scene. Like I'm not like that chase scene. Nah, we're not doing it. Not doing that. No, we're not doing that.
Who
I'm gonna stay in that studio.
are you keeping the fight on the the fight on the train?
No, we're not even going outside the studio. Like that whole jump on the subway shit. No, we're not doing that. We just gonna fight it out in the studio. That studio scene was very interesting.
Them going back and forth doing this little freestyle battle.
You didn't like hearing Denzel rapping?
No,
Oh, so rap scene in the basement gonna be like, get your ass up out of here.
yeah, he gotta go. He got. I was like, these niggas freestyling to each other. Like, what the fuck going on?
That's what ASAP said. Is we freestyling right now? Yeah, nigga. That's what Spike said on the paper. So
Man,
that's
that
what we
nigga, he
gotta
said,
do.
niggas, I got a blicky right here. He said, I got some 4 pound in my lap. What's up? He said, I got a blicky right here, nigga. What's up? Like, should we all got guns?
His homeboy left. His homeboy didn't. His homeboy left out of there quick. He didn't say cuckoo. None of that. He just left. Those are not the people you need to be in the studio with because
If they pull a gun on you, you gonna tell?
it depends on how close I am with the person that's in the booth. If I'm about to spend 17.5 mil to keep my godson from dying, actually depends. If I ain't got nothing to lose, then possibly. But if it's like Denzel's character is like an older guy. So he probably not in the gym at all. So you could probably catch him slipping because you can fake like you leaving, then sneak back in, and you see him rapping and freestyling and shit. I'm getting a table or a
Man,
chair, like in wrestling. That's your shit, and just hit him in the back.
man, I'm just in my head. I'm just playing this out like if I was ASAP Rocky character, and you see Dame Dash sitting there.
I'm gonna think his teeth about to fall out.
I'm just like, dang, bro, you gonna have to come, because he swore he can beat up 30 people, so you got to come fight me up in here. I'm not even finna run.
30 people,
He said he got
like
into a
30
fight.
adults. Because I mean, people could be humans. So like kids, it wasn't no age. That's kind of wild. Like I was about to say something racist. Let me
Yeah, 30. She
relax.
said she had 30 humans. Like,
Nah, jazz aliens.
yeah, that's what I said. What, nigga? Nigga, I'm just, that man, yeah. Uh, hell no.
Nah. I mean, I guess if I'm who's a producer, I'd be like, oh shit. Oh, if I'm in the studio and and Missy Elliott is right there, I'm just gonna start like singing her shit.
No, I don't see. But yeah, like I said, it was, and it's crazy just so how close you are to landing a hit, or how how far you got to go. But he was just like, man, fuck it, I'm fit to take this big ass risk. But that's like, because people out, you always see people. They talk about like when people do crimes, like they break out of jail and they get caught next to the jail. Like they still be at home. They don't never, you know what I'm saying? But you got that one nigga that's still out
He's
there
still out.
on the
Yo, he
road.
gone. He is gone, man. Just hey, I would just stop putting my resources to try to find him for real. I'd be like, he gone. After a while, you just be like, all right.
Man, yeah, I mean, so let me ask you. Let me ask you.
No, I'm not going back home if if I break out of jail.
So if you committed a crime and you you got out of jail, you can get away with it, but the only catch is you can't call your family again. What are
I
you
can't
doing?
call him.
Mm-mm.
All right, so because you said call
You
in this
can't
day,
you cannot contact them.
I gotta pull a full stoning.
Yeah, you can't contact the family because that's how you get caught.
Do they know that I'm out?
Yeah. This mug here is on the this mug here is on the news,
Oh,
and they
so
say
they see my wanted
your
photos.
dad is turning on the news and he is
Oh shit.
but
All right. So, don't say my mama name. You was about
I'm
to.
not
You was about
I'm gonna say baby.
to.
I'm gonna say baby. I'm gonna say baby. Baby, you see Jazz? She on the run.
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't. I feel like they would know, like, because it's not like I've had these kind of conversations with my parents. But if that were to happen, they would know not to snitch, unlike some people's parents, and they would just let that shit happen. But no, I probably wouldn't. I would just be like, let me just, and I got money. Am I broke? Because if I'm struggling out free, that just,
I mean, but if you broke, I mean, so, but if you, I don't know. Do you have a, so let me ask you this. Do you have an, if something was to go down, do you have an escape plan? Like if something was to happen now
I
and you
do.
had to run,
Oh,
you,
wait. You mean like when the race war start, or when a zombie apocalypse pop off, or if I were to commit a crime? Hypothetically.
you
None of
have
these.
that many plans, that many contingencies,
Jason,
Batman.
my brain is moving all the time, and
If you was to commit a crime,
I do not have an escape plan for that, but I would just combine that with what I would do when the zombie apocalypse pops off.
mm, yeah, I think because I was thinking about that, like maybe I should come up with a contingency plan. Like, what if something was to happen and I needed to get away? Like, would I be able to? How much money do I need? Because at that point, you can't use bank cards anymore. You got to use all cash.
All cash. Got to
Yeah,
have a lot of hoodies. And I would
yeah.
say knowing how to drive a boat would be better, very beneficial for somebody that lives where I live at. I don't think you live on, no, you're not on the coast, no, so a boat can't do shit for you. But learn how to hotwire a car. That might help you. Not saying you should, but
I'm gonna turn into a Kia boy.
I don't know what that is.
You know,
Oh, wait. Hey.
it got to be him. Kids are being stolen left and right in Arkansas.
Yo, what? Stealing kids is crazy. Got all the mouths to feed? Hell no. I'll steal dogs
Oh,
before I steal kids.
Kia. K-I-A.
Oh shit, Kia
He's like,
boy.
I'm gonna say, man, no, I'm leaving them. I don't even know them no more.
Yeah, leave them kids.
I don't even know them no more.
The fact you you're not even talking about stolen kids, you're talking about your kids.
Think I'm gonna add to the think I'm gonna add to the prop. I am
It's
not
kind of
Joel. I am not Joel for real. I am not picking up nobody.
don't pick up nobody. Don't do that. But I mean, I don't think ASAP had a plan because the money was sitting under his bed and he gave his girlfriend the bracelet.
He didn't think he was gonna. I mean, he didn't think he was gonna get caught. And I mean, honestly, he had a great. I mean, I'm not, he didn't have. I mean, he kind of had a plan because that little whole switcheroo thing. Did you like that? The switcheroo?
It seemed like he had a lot of niggas on his payroll. You got to pull a joker, kill all of them when y'all get back to the spot with the money.
Yeah.
Less people to snitch on you.
I mean, but they didn't snitch though. They kept it G because the guy got caught with the backpack with the tampons. They didn't go back. They didn't go to him.
But they probably didn't know where the last spot was. And plus, they found that money that night. Like this entire movie was over the span of at least 72 hours. Because the son still had that meeting with old girl that weekend, who they were at that meeting with her. So I was just like, oh, okay. Y'all had a lot going on. Y'all need a vacation.
That's how life be. Let me ask you something.
I don't want my life to be that exciting.
Hmm.
Be at basketball camp, get kidnapped, your homeboy put up for ransom, your daddy got to pay, his money got gone. Like,
Would you would you date a would you date a man with a kid that got Tourette's?
yo, yo, oh, that's a wild question. How old is the kid?
13.
Mm. Who the kid live with?
The mama.
If he a solid 7.5, I might just try. Yo, I feel like a little bit. You know what? I'ma chill. Cause is it Tourette's to where they could just
So
Like,
motherfucker shit, bitch.
I would bring him his favorite toy every time I saw him. Now, if he's still cussing me out,
He can't control it.
I know, but he might be like, Tim, I hate you. Or he might be like, Tim, I love you. Thank you. Then I'll be like, you welcome. So I would spoil him with toys just to get a positive message back. That's, would you date a chick with a that got a
I,
daughter that has Tourette's?
if she okay with me talking about him,
Wait, wait. You mean like jokes? Like that's no, no. As a parent, that's fucked up. Like the jokes would be bottomless. I wouldn't do that because if I had a kid, I have a dark sense of humor, but I would hope I would mature enough to be like, I'm not. Don't make jokes about my kid. They Tourette's. But then it could be a good conversation starter.
motherfucker cussing me out. Why can't I?
Nah, because oh shit, because you see, especially if you see somebody at the bar, go up to them and be like, you won't believe what kind of day I had. So my kid cussed me out, and I'm gonna show you how they cuss me out. And that's a good conversation start at the bar if you're trying to talk to somebody. And now he got to have a good sense of humor. Like if he don't, he gonna walk away like, bitch, you got it too. Because
Y'all
I
both
mean,
crazy.
it's not. They said it's not genetic, but that shit y'all got is genetic. Oh no, the jokes. Because damn, are there many adults that walk around with Tourette's?
I mean, I don't know, but
I
it's a
don't know.
thing. Is it? But it is a thing. It's a real thing.
I was about to say something crazy.
Yeah,
That's it. That seemed like that would be on TikTok.
yeah. It is. It's people on TikTok with it.
What? Do they be in the middle of their videos? Do they just if anybody is listening or watching and y'all know what to search, put it in the comments just for research. Because I'm curious. But did you have a favorite scene from the movie?
Mm. I so when I enjoyed the actual the transaction scene where they had to do the backpack exchange. I like how they finagled them. I just didn't like how the Allstate guy was like so incompetent. He was probably the worst cop of them all.
Yeah. Every time I see him, he was in Oz, the show on HBO. Every time I see him, I think of that character.
I
But yeah, he
remember
was.
remember him from SVU.
Mm, was he a cop?
He dated Liv for a minute. I feel like he had like three different characters though in the
Mm.
show, and like they all was cops. It was like, bro, how y'all gonna give him different, not even the same person. He a different role on the same show.
They ran out of people, unless he does just a good job. I don't know. But where would you rank this? No, you said you put this at the bottom of the Denzel
Yeah,
and
yeah, no, it's at the bottom of those of the Denzel and Spikes of them all. Yeah.
uh, yeah, I just
What would be your top three Denzel and Spike movies?
oh I'm gonna say Malcolm X, of course. I'm gonna put in because I just recently I had to like after watching this, I had to watch Inside Man so I can remember how great they are together. And I had to
Hmm.
watch some great content with them after watching this. But I'm gonna say Malcolm X, Inside Man, and He Got Game.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because
going with too. Because I never seen Mo Better Blues.
I was about to say that. I was like, I haven't seen Mo Better Blues, and I was just like, I hope there's a safe space. I don't know if that's one of the black movies everybody should have
Yeah, I
seen.
think
Because
it is. I think it is. We
ah,
let the niggas down.
damn.
We letting
Sorry,
the niggas
y'all.
down. We letting the niggas down.
Damn. But we seen, because this is the fifth movie they had together, so we seen
Hmm.
four out of the five,
Exactly.
and even still, we put this one under Mo Better Blues because I heard Mo Better Blues is good. But that's when Denzel was playing the saxophone,
Hmm. Hmm.
so I remember clips, but I haven't seen it, so I probably need to make sure that I watched it. But the messages from this, I think, were very important. Um, and it also kind of showed you how the importance of keeping our culture in the music industry and things like that, and don't let it get watered down. So,
Yeah. I feel like all of Spike movies or anything that Spike has his imprint on, it's always a great message for Black people
mhm,
within it. Of course, like I said, he gonna weave this New York culture throughout the film. But yeah, because music today, like I said, it's the movie spoke a lot more to that, and I enjoyed that part of it because it is people often talk about um it's like they don't like the music of today. But the music of today, I feel like the music of today is in a great space, but it is hard to find. So you need somebody that can centralize that for you, but they've made it where anybody can make money from it. So it's you have to be able to cut through a lot of the noise, and it can be a thing of somebody being like Trey being able to speak to his executive dad in the record label saying, "Hey, these are the people that I've heard," but of course, how many people get lost in that fray when you
yeah,
have a situation like that? And of course, you have people like Timberland, people that we love, we've grown up on, who's put Aaliyah's, who's worked with Missy Elliott's, put the Genuines, the Justin Timberlakes, the Jay-Z's. He's worked with all these greats, and he's even going the AI route, and he doesn't seem to understand why people have an issue with it. Instead of like, trying to understand, like, hey, this is, he doesn't understand, but this film right here, I feel like it does do a great thing in showing why we should still care for the music.
yeah.
Um, and I do owe you an apology because somebody called me out for saying I was talking about oldies, and I was saying, 90s is 35 years old at this point. So like those are oldies, and I was like, oh shit. Like, but I guess I'm so old. I look at oldies like 60s, 70s, and 80s, but then it kind of changes depending on if you're talking about movies or if you're talking about music.
Right. I mean, I guess it's because now I can only speak for myself in this, but when I'm listening to my 90s jams, which I'm always listening to, I don't think old school when I'm listening to that. I'm thinking of stuff like I grew up listening to this, and it's just that nostalgia, that vibe. And I'm like, yes, it's bringing me back that good feeling. But if I turn on some Luther Vandross or, Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, shout out to you for that playlist that you made me this past weekend, listening to that, then I'm like, oh shit. This is the stuff my parents had me listening to when I was in the car with them when they were taking me to school, elementary school.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking of that as the oldies. So I think it's more so what's not really old to probably everybody else, but we see it as what's old to us because I'm sure the Jackson 5 is not an oldie for my parents, but it might be a oldie for us. But Michael Jackson's Off the Wall, like that ain't no oldie for me because I'm like, nigga, like that was a shit. But even though I think Off the Wall probably dropped in the 80s.
Off the
What's
wall. I think that's
what's
79.
damn? See, don't even feel like
Because
80s.
Thrillers, no, it might be 79. I think Thriller was like 82. And then
Yep, Off the Wall was 79. That's right.
thought
Shit,
so.
nigga.
Yeah. I think,
You know
and
what shit dropped? And Thriller was when?
I said 82, I think.
Damn, nigga. Okay, you just got look. You just finished looking it up.
No, I didn't. I mean, some of this stuff I kind of look at and I think about. But then I was doing a playlist for you. I started going through it and I was trying to make sure it was done. a certain way. But Jazz, we from the 19s. We old as hell, dog.
Chill out, chill out. You loud
When I be talking to the kids, I be like, bro,
to
don't
the
ever say
kids.
don't never say that to me again. I'm
That's why
from
I don't
the
talk to kids.
I'm from the 19s. Fuck you.
I just be like, were you alive when Tupac was alive? And they be like, to who? Get the fuck out of my face. Like, I don't have time for that. Certain conversations, I just be like, all right, get the fuck up out of here. But
I will say one great thing that did come from this, well, from this film, was the press run, and we got to see Denzel unhinged. But like for the last 2 years, he's been like super unhinged. He's just been. And let me ask you, who wore his worst wigs, Denzel or Samuel Jackson?
Samuel L. Jackson. Denzel shit, we've been seeing him bald for 15 years. So seeing him with hair and an earring, I was like, okay, swag. Okay, sugar daddy, zaddy looking good. Look, I don't get that with Samuel L wearing a wig. I don't. I don't. But that's just me. But yeah, nah. But ain't none of them had a Tyler Perry wig before. So long as we keep that out of here, they're safe. He had to be mentioned. He had to be mentioned. But I do find it funny with the exchange between Denzel and ASAP in the booth when he was just like, talk to your baby moms. He told me you was here. He said, that bitch always talking. And Denzel, why she gotta be a bitch?
Why she gotta be a
Why
bitch?
she gotta be? And I'm just like, oh my God, I asked that too. Anytime somebody's like, this bitch, I'd be like, well, why she gotta be a bitch? And just
Man,
seeing Denzel cursed a lot in this. And it wasn't no aggressive Frank Lucas cursing. It was, I guess, a music producer rapping with a young artist who obsessed over him, who was watching him on his fucking deck, following his son on social media. You are a stalker. I am not allowing you. I'm not going to sign you to my label.
yeah. But it also just shows how much access we give people
That is true. I
to
definitely wanted
allow.
to get, yeah.
I think, man, because I remember I used to post my kids, and like if I don't, like I'll post them like in like personal stuff, so I know if something happens, it's somebody that's close.
Right.
Yes, scream. But yeah, like because it's just like people like you're not that important, you're not, but it's just the world is so different nowadays.
Anybody that said you're not that important, anybody watching you are the main motherfuckers watching your shit. And you just be sitting here like, I can see you watching my story, right? That's why I don't watch stories. You're not about to see me see you. I'm not giving no. That's why there's a plot twist. That's why I don't be watching people's story. I'll be like, you ain't about to see me watching your shit every day.
Now I watch. I don't care. I'm watching. I'm liking, hitting the heart, dropping the tongue. I'm doing all
Hey,
that.
dropping it. Nigga, it ain't no ton you could drop on Instagram. Trust me, I know. I'd
Put
have been
it,
dropping them all over. Here
I
you
put
go. You
I
put it
put
in
them
the
in the
message.
comments. I do.
All right, Jason is very active because I just be like, oh, he fine. I might share it. But on the stories, nah, I'm not gonna lie. This past week had me like I shouldn't be watching people's stories because certain people looking at them differently now, and I'm like, your story got you looking real suspicious. But nah, like I think that was definitely a very important key, especially when he asked for his wife's bracelet. He was like, she be blinging and shit. And I'm just like, wow. Because it's one of the things where it's like, we do offer a lot of people access, especially if you share where you at, what you doing. And it's just like, nah. So I'm like, that's why I just be posting memes. I told myself, like, let me scale back a little bit on my posting because y'all niggas don't need to know what I'm doing. You don't need to know who rubbing my feet. You don't need to know where I'm traveling this week, bars. Like, you don't need to know none of that. I'm gonna just start sharing stale shit. Damn, you in Chicago this weekend, my nigga? That was a month ago.
I do. That's what I do. Like I'm definitely saving it to drop it
Yeah.
a week too. Cause like I don't need nobody knowing where I'm at. Peep popping up any of it. No, I ain't know you was there. I know.
Right.
I'm kicking it. What's what? Was you need something? from up here.
They ain't need nothing.
I can't get it.
Yo, I was supposed to link up with somebody when I was in Charlotte. I don't know if this nigga got a girl, but this nigga, yo, so we were supposed to link up, and I'm like, so what's up? Read the message, didn't respond, but then he go on my TikTok, it was liking shit. So now I'm like,
Mm.
we was talking a few days, like, I was like, oh, I hope you ain't getting in trouble. Let me mind my business. Got on my flight and bounced. Like,
That's crazy. I mean, not, as long as like I said, it be it don't get serious until you see the Snapchat video record could pop up to my this person is recording message. This person's recording a message like that.
yo, that's when it get crazy. And you know what's crazy? Snapchat won't even let you take a picture of the Snapchat from another device. I tried doing that. That shit snitches on you. I will try to take a picture with my iPad on my phone, and it will still let the person know that you took a picture of it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
So you mean if I like so if
If you got a
holding
Snap, yes. And if you
I'm
use
holding
one
to
device to
if
take
I
a picture of the other one that's on Snap, it will let them know you took a picture of it.
oh wow.
Yo,
I never knew.
now you
What?
do. It's yeah. I said, oh, damn, that happened, and I had to explain that. I was like, oh,
Oh, wow, this is
yeah.
crazy. That's why you get them off.
Now
You gotta take them off their story.
that mean they be just putting wild shit on their story. Let me mind my business.
Some people do.
Some people do. Some
Shout out
people
to
do.
y'all.
And then you're gonna have a young felon out there like, I seen what you was able to do. Why you ain't doing what you was doing on that Snapchat?
Man,
What?
man.
But was there
I,
any
I,
other scenes?
I
Oh,
know
go
what
ahead.
scene I want to talk about that Michael Jackson post you did on Snapchat. This motherfucker here.
Who? Wait, what?
That Michael Jackson's post you did on Snapchat. I said, oh, look at these.
Oh. Of the albums?
Yeah. Said, nigga, this nigga here, man. She back up to no good. And she up to said, oh damn, she got some vinyls. She got whoops here. I said, what this nigga here, man?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When my dad got all the finals, I was just like, oh shit, okay. And I said, let me go ahead and set these up on the floor. How we do it? And I was like, should I do a video? I was like, hell no, it's only four. Boom.
I said, this nigga right here, boy.
Now that shit
This
was
this
fire. I
nigga
gotta make
shoot.
that my profile on Twitter.
I bet you do.
Get them fucking Panthers off of there. The fuck? About to be my 13th reason. Yo, I'm
Nigga,
not gonna lie. I
that's
took the
how
perfect time to take a social media break. I can't not handle it.
shit, that's how I feel Saturday, boy.
Oh,
Goddamn, that nigga threw five interceptions. What the fuck's going on? This is
oh,
my
college.
college team. I'm at work, man. Everybody here is in that pool. So I'm getting my ass kicked every which that nigga threw five picks, nigga. I said five. God damn.
He didn't get his life together at two.
You
He was
thought.
like, five is
But throwing five picks and only losing by 10 points ain't bad. So
no, it's not.
that team's not that good. How or our defense is just pretty decent. Because it wasn't the defense fault. It's the nigga on the offense side. Because the touchdown they got came off of the pick six.
Yeah, football season can be rough. Can be
I
rough.
I love it though, man. It's some of the better times of the year. I definitely can pick up my mood with that. And of course, music, which I'm getting back
Yeah,
into.
yeah. And this was a good musical film.
I do. I think so. I feel so.
But was there any other scenes that you wanted to discuss?
Um,
I know you
no,
said you
I'm
could
kind.
talk about this movie all day.
I mean, it's just music. You definitely can. Like I said, you already went into it. You talked about the score or the soundtrack of the movie that it kind of felt out of place. It's very jarring, in spots in different places because it's just like even when David and Paul had their little conflict over what they were going to do, and he was just like, man, why are they playing this song right now? It, it and I can and it sounded like it sounds like somebody sampled that song. How does it feel? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like how does it feel, but like a jazz version.
From D'Angelo?
Yes,
Mm.
that's probably the sample. I'm about to look it up, but I was just like, why are they playing this between these two niggas mad at each other? Like this, it should be like a bit more, and I'm just like, ah, okay, yeah, you know. Mm-mm.
They should have had Kendrick Lamar on the soundtrack.
It's so much they could have did. Like it made sense with the thing, like with the theme of it, just with the people in there, like doing their music or whatever the song was. Like I enjoyed the song with the girl, who sung to him when he came to the studio. She was playing and she kind of made a song about King David. With it,
Oh
I
yeah.
enjoyed that song too that she did. But outside of that, no, I think I don't have anything else. With this movie here. Like I said, just because you really only have the focus of King David character, everybody else kind of like side characters that
Yeah.
really matter none. In this film, I didn't know if the soul girl that Trey was putting was somebody he liked, or was it just business with him?
It was both.
It kind of seemed like it.
But you can't if she's out of your label, that's
Exactly.
off limits, my nigga.
I
Yeah.
mean, you know,
It get messy, man. Nah, because then you gonna feel a kind of way. She signing autographs and she going out to parties with niggas, and you just like get
it
jealous.
was some. I can't think of who it was, but they just like recently they dropped. They was toxic back in the 70s.
I
And
was gonna
so
say, oh, Summer Walker, but you said 70, so I was like, nah, that
nah,
definitely ain't her.
it was no, I can't think of who they were, but that was in the 70s. They were in a band and they were together, they broke up, and then she didn't leave the band for whatever reason. And the boyfriend kept writing songs about her as they were in the band, but it was like fucked up songs. It wasn't like love, and she was having to sing these songs. So it was like them just being, and they like recently they made like he made an Instagram post. And they both like in their 70s, maybe even the 80s, and they made like an Instagram post, and it was like talking to each other, like subtweets to each other. I'm like, these niggas just be together and stop that.
Y'all been fighting y'all whole lives.
Whole life, rich, famous.
Right. Ain't got shit else to do. Ain't got shit else to do. I'm surprised you ain't bring up that scene where them chicks were shaking their ass at the end, which was so
Oh,
so random.
the Dolly scene. When he finally did the little Dolly scene, Denzel to my he looked like Gabe, he looking like Bill Cosby.
Some pudding. Like, what we doing? Yeah, I was like, all right, we at the end.
The double Dolly shot was cool to see, but yeah, Young Felon, he gonna be an old fella now, as his girlfriend predicted.
25 years?
And he said not long enough. I was like, damn, he went right back into, you know. Would you have cut him some slack, or you would have said, nah, he need more time. You would have spoke against him.
25 seems legit because you think 25 to life for murder and he did kidnapping. I don't know, 25 seems harsh, but if you kidnap my kid or my godchild and then threaten to kill him and beat his ass and put me through this whole hell, yeah, 25 and I ain't got to deal with you no more because you obviously still have anger towards me. So,
Obviously.
yeah, just because, and the whole thing of like, oh, you didn't put me on. I kept coming to you trying to get an opportunity, but you kept ignoring me. I feel like it's funny because we kind of see that today. Because correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't while Thug was on his whole press tour, he was talking about how certain artists didn't put people on and
Yeah.
things like that. So I guess like it seems like we're in a day and age to where that's an expectation. Like you need to put your peoples on and stuff like that, which I get, but I also feel like having that expectation seems kind of wild. You know what I mean? It's
No,
like
it definitely is. You shouldn't. You can't.
I feel like having that expectation from somebody, because my thing is like if somebody blows up that we are associated with, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, my nigga, you need to go ahead and put us on. I'm gonna still like show them love and things like that. But I guess expecting that handout is like, well, let me not call putting on a handout, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, so it's. I mean, so with that, I look at it like, so you can't expect you from other people. So Young Thug is like that. So Young Thug is if he has this relationship, this connection with you, he gonna try to do what he can in that situation to put people in a better position to flourish. Which he like that's what he appreciated from Drake, and that he didn't kind of felt as if other people, but that wasn't correct. He was just, of course, he was upset. He's locked down, so Drake, not Drake, but Kendrick has put people on. That's he has. It's not a. It's no other way. J. Cole has put people on. Andre 3000 has put hella people on. All these people have done things, have given back, or they've given back to these different artists, and they've done things for different people to put them in a different light. It's never a thing of them not. I haven't seen like you now. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't get it. You know, like I said, everybody can't be like Drake, where he's trying and testing all these different things, and not and that almost to a fault is why he's in the position that he in, because he's mixing with too many pots, and it's like, all right, bro, at some point you got to stop because you're stretching yourself thin, and now your stuff is suffering. In that, and the person that we was looking at was Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. I can't think of
Ah,
what band it was. He made a post that said, "And if you go forward," and Lindsey said, "I'll meet you there." But these niggas have been doing this for 50 years. It's time to stop.
look, when you've been petty that long, why stop? That's
Man.
hilarious though. But nah, I mean, were you finished with your thought
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
okay. I mean, I because I told you multiple times if we were to blow up, there's a few folks I'm like, oh, guaranteed. I ain't gonna say who they are, but they should know who they are.
Yeah, for
They know
sure.
shit, they should know.
I'm not. I
So
wouldn't. Oh, that. Yeah, I look at that like with us, like it's not a thing of because I'm not looking to gatekeep with a in a
oh,
situation. Like I'm not. If I was a blow, because it wouldn't even be fun. Like it'd be us, but
you
it'd be fun. It'd be a different situation if we have a team.
yeah. And I always remember a quote, and I'm paraphrasing that Issa said because she was doing an interview, and it's just like people always try to reach towards the people that's above them. And how she moves is she reaches across the aisle to her people that's on that level, and we all move up. And I
Hmm.
think that's honestly the best way to go about it, instead
Hmm.
of just being like, oh, let me go up in here, leave y'all back there, and things like that. But I just having that expectation, because in my opinion, you should never have an expectation for anybody.
Hmm.
Because the moment they do not live up to that, you about to feel a type of way. And now
Hmm.
you mad because they didn't live up to the expectation that you created for them in your head. But that's also not their responsibility either. So I just thought that scene was um very interesting. But at the end, what King was telling Sula C Sing, he asked her, he was like, can you handle it? Can you handle the mayhem? Can you handle the failure? Can you handle the money? Can you handle the success? Can you handle the lovers? Can you handle the meanings and everything in between? And when Denzel was saying all of that, I was getting shivers because I was just like, I think I can. Even though the question was for her, but it's just like I feel like once you get to a certain level, especially with success, with fame and all of that, those are things that you should consider because it can definitely change your life because you have people walking around, they have a spotlight, they can't even go out anywhere. And just every movement is seen by others. And with social media, people put your entire life on blast, taking pictures when you going out, getting coffee and shit, when you over here linking up with your your sneaky link. When you ain't famous, you ain't got to worry about nobody taking pictures. But now you're famous, you gotta. All right, that alley not gonna work no more. Now we gotta get us.
But if you famous, you just gotta be willing to go the extra mile, pay the
Of
extra
being
money
discreet.
to get out of a certain thing. Get that little private room. Yeah, we can go out. We just have to block this off. Well, you can be because but I mean you think about that, but then you think about somebody like Drake. This nigga rented out a whole baseball field, and nigga still found him in there.
Because a baseball field is not enclosed. Nigga, go find a football field that's
But
enclosed
I'm
that has a
saying,
ceiling.
but if you
Anybody
rent,
with a drone can fly that over.
but
No, that
what's the chances in that happening though? You think that's just happening all the time?
so let's just say you're working at this stadium. All right, y'all. So Friday night, we're renting this shit out to Drake. Don't tell nobody. Oh, he gonna be here with a hoe. My homeboy got a drone. We about to get some pictures.
Do
Bam.
you think?
That's
But you think? Well,
Jason.
somebody's gonna be doing some talking.
People spend hours of their day online looking at other people's lives.
Yeah,
We don't live in a day and age anymore where it's just like people too busy with their own life to worry about somebody else. Niggas spend their entire life worrying about somebody else. Niggas going crazy over Cardi just because she pregnant again. I'm like, y'all niggas are losing your free speech, but Cardi is who y'all worried about?
yeah. Niggas gonna nig when they get a chance. Niggas is gonna nig,
I'd be like, priorities, y'all. Like, black folks getting hung in Mississippi,
bruh.
saying that
That
it's
is
not,
crazy.
it was a suicide or unaliving. And it's just like a hanging, like, come on, y'all. So
That nigga
he
out the
didn't.
nigga not out the
No.
tree.
But yeah, no. I
Mm-mm.
just feel like it's just in our code, like our DNA is like, not that way. All right, that was too dark. But was there anything else in this episode that you wanted to discuss? I'm gonna say no. Jason doesn't have anything else. I apologize, but nah, like all jokes aside, prayers to that gentleman. It was two that were found hung in Mississippi in that area. Yeah,
Mm.
bruh. We living in some dark days for real.
It's a dark time, man, and you seen they took well, we talked about it, the Jimmy Fallon being suspended
Yeah,
indefinitely, and that was like that is the
he didn't
safest
even.
that was the safest joke anybody could have told, and if they doing it to them, we are in trouble. They was already looking to bring back everything when they had to figure out who popped. Oh boy.
Utah,
Yeah, I'm saying
Utah, and I'm just sitting here like, well, I know who it ain't. Like every black person was like, I know who it ain't.
because
But
I was even sitting like, man, I said this ain't. I said could have been because I said like you had the DC sniper, but I'm like that.
DC, DC, black folks is there, so that makes sense. Utah, you stick out like a sore fucking thumb, man.
Man,
Yeah, I I deleted my Twitter off my phone like 30 minutes before I saw that alert. I said, "Damn, I know Twitter going crazy." I said, "Oh man, I was sick because I couldn't even
yeah,
look."
yeah.
My
No, you
homeboy was
did.
sending me stuff. I was just like,
Yeah, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. It's a war going on.
"Yeah, yeah."
What's the Terminator, the war of destruction over there, war of the worlds, if you
Look,
will.
something. Y'all better look, arm up.
Man, oh yes, yes. I just had a conversation with my kid. We gotta strap you. You gotta strap you up. It's a crazy world out here. But yeah, man. But I don't have anything else with this movie, man. So I guess we got to get to the most important part.
Yes.
Was
Was
it
it?
good though, Jazz? I'm starting with you.
I wanted you to start. All right. So, um, I was trying to decide where I wanted to land with this because this movie confused me more than anything.
Mm.
I
Okay.
Okay, we here. So I just feel bad because I'm just like, I would probably give it a 6.
Nino Brown,
Hey,
G
yeah.
Money.
Yeah. The gun is up, the tears are falling. Am I my brother's keeper? And I'm like, yes, I am. No, Jason, it was not good. Only reason why I would recommend this movie is because if it's somebody who likes Spike and Denzel, but if they love Tyler Perry movies, they'll probably enjoy this. Um,
I don't think so, actually.
you don't think so?
I don't think I mean, so could there be overlap in between a Tyler Perry and a Spike fan? Yes, but I think Spike fans and Tyler Perry fans are not the same people.
Interesting. Hmm. We'll have to that's interesting. I would like to revisit that. But Jason, was it good though?
It was not, I'm sorry. I really went into this wanting to enjoy it. You know, I got uh the early
You saw this in
screening.
oh shit, you did see this in theaters.
hmm I got the early screening. Remember the lights went out on me. I mean the movie went out on me. I had sent you and Chris
What?
pictures. Yeah. Yeah. Movie went out and I was like, bruh. And then everybody left. Like everybody walked out the movie. I sat there and came back on. So I sat and I finished it. And I was like, damn, I hate I sat here.
Man, you probably was thinking about all the stuff, fun stuff that people was doing that left, and you was sitting there. Damn.
Man,
It's it's crazy because like this wasn't showing in any of the AMC theaters around me,
it's not.
and the closest theater was 30 minutes away, and it wasn't an AMC, so I would have had to pay like cash money for that ticket because I do the A-listers. I would have been pissed if I drove 30 minutes from my house, paid to go see this shit in theaters. I'd have been mad. I would have said, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah, I had to go to the I think they call it the here it's called the Marcus Theater. Which
Mm.
it's like a little small independent. It's not a Little Rock, but it's a small independent theater
He black.
that they have. And he's not though.
A white
And they
Marcus?
yeah.
I feel like we got that name. I thought that was ours, like a DeAndre.
Man,
Can you imagine a white DeAndre?
I seen some white Keishas.
They can't have. They got Susie, they got Mary, they got Karen. What the fuck you need a white Keisha for?
They in the hood. I look at it like they probably stay, in black areas. That's what I think.
That mean their parents knew where they was gonna be at when they got older.
I don't
They
know
was
if
like, "Oh, you."
I don't know if they knew, but I think they was down with the brown. But the kid.
I guess, man. But
um, did you have any? What'd you think though? Probably not.
nah, I
Probably not.
didn't.
Probably not. But I think I think there's everything. Um, within the movie.
Did you want to do a
Um,
Link of Thrones?
we can because it was some. I mean, some pretty.
Got a nice cast in here. I will go first. I am gonna go with the wife, Pam King. Oh shit, Aphisha. Yeah, I'm saying
Man,
her name all wrong.
she got a name, huh?
Yeah, Hadura. Yeah, she is also in Godfather of Harlem,
Mm.
and that's where I uh noticed her from. I was like, I seen her from somewhere, and I was like, oh, she's in Godfather of Harlem. So yeah, I definitely fucked up her name, but sorry, sis.
Uh, hold on. Is this? No, that's not it. I'm gonna go with Aubrey Joseph. This was their son Trey. He was in Run All Night.
Mm,
We got Liam Neeson, Ed Harris, and Vincent D'Onofrio in it. So yeah.
mm. Is that the movie where he was chasing down black kids?
Uh,
I don't know.
what's it?
But okay. Well, for anybody, if this is your first time listening or watching, please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review. Thank you so much for joining us. Y'all let us know your thoughts of the movie. And it was something I wanted to ask, because me and Jason gave ours, but is this a top Denzel movie for you? Denzel and Spike project? And if not, or if so, please let us know your top three Denzel
Oh,
and Spike
I
projects.
thought you was asking us, girl. If you don't stop that,
Oh no, I was asking the audience.
got you, got you. It'll be interesting to see what people think or feel about that. But like you said, 172, right? Yeah, 170. No, this 172.
Yes.
Oh, 171 is out now. Remember the Titans. Check that out. Denzel 173. It's Alien Earth. The last episode. Let's get to it, baby. Get into it. They cooking. They are cooking
They've been
over there.
cooking for 7 weeks. And I can't wait. We're gonna get a season two.
They already announced it, or you just saying it?
I'm just saying it.
I hope we better. We better, because I'm man. That last not seven I watched, but six. I was so pissed off watching that episode.
Yep. They wanted you to be pissed.
They did a great job. They did a great job. But then seven, I was like, okay, okay. But yeah, we getting that finale. So be sure to check that out if you haven't watched Alien Earth. Gen V is back, 3 episodes. Haven't started that yet. Peacemaker is about to got like 3 more episodes in that. They're about to end that. Um, what's the other?
Reasonable
Reasonable
Doubt just
Doubt
came back.
is back as well. Abbott is about to get. We got some shit.
The
Some
morning
Marvel.
show is back.
The morning show is out. They got more added, more black characters. To that. Marvel Zombies that drops next week. So for a 4 part episode series that'll be dropping. So yeah, man, we got some. I think we're gearing up. I seen a long walk.
Mm.
I think October gonna be a cool month for us. Because we're gonna get into our horror bag. I haven't really been. Well, I did just watch Tragedy Girls. Have you seen that?
I've never heard of that before.
You should. I think you would like that. You should add that to your watch list.
Okay.
It's on. I seen it on Peacock, but I'm pretty sure you can get it. But yeah, Tragedy Girls. That's an interesting concept. It's something that I kind of wanted in a horror movie, and I was like, oh shit, that's actually a cool way to do that. But it's an interesting film, though. Definitely interesting. I think you would like it a lot.
Okay. I'll check that out. I'm starting my horror binge early.
I'm about to get into it. That was one of the ones I said, God damn, this shit. It took me a little minute to finish it, but it was because I be going to sleep. But I think I got through it, and I was like, oh yeah, this shit actually pretty good. This shit's pretty good. But until next time, this is the WasItGoodTho podcast about movies and TV shows. I am Jason,
I am Jazz.
and until next time,
Cheers.
deuces.